Welcome to the G.N.A podcast, games, nerds, and alcohol, where we get drunk and talk about stuff. Lately we haven't really been getting all that much drunk, but we've definitely been talking about stuff, because there's always seems to be stuff happening. So tonight, I'm being joined by an eclectic crew. We've got Shinzu joining us. Shinzu, how you feeling tonight, man? Oh, okay. We got Shadow Fox here. Shadow Fox, how you feeling, man? Well, this is okay. Cyberblood, are you there? Daymok? Is anybody there? D? Are you there, D? I'm all alone.
Oh, I'm here. I'm just joshing you.
Oh, thank God, somebody's here. Jesus, I thought I was going to be sitting here talking to myself. We all know what happened about that last time. We call it episode 101.
It was a very funny episode.
Yeah.
Funny, not humorous, as in funny strange.
Yeah, that would be how I would label that. How are you feeling tonight, D?
Not too bad. A little bit of a rough day, but I'm making do.
Oh God, yeah, I hear you on the roughness, but I think that's why we have beer, and that's why we have friends.
Well, I'm actually boring. Today I'm not drinking a craft beer.
Oh, well, what are you drinking tonight?
I've got Sprite. It's cranberry Sprite.
Wow.
With vodka. It actually tastes really good. Yeah, I added a bunch of Smirnoff vodka, and vodka with cranberry-flavored Sprite, which comes out around the holidays, is actually wicked good.
God damn, I gotta try that. I gotta see if I can get the wife to just ignore me long enough so I can give that a shot, because I'm not supposed to have vodka.
But I like it.
So just straight Smirnoff, or was it a flavored Smirnoff? What'd you get?
It was just a straight Smirnoff, but I did grab the 100 proof as opposed to the 80 proof Smirnoff. It's a little bit more kick, a little bit more zang.
Nice. Well, I myself had this last New Belgium in the fridge, a Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze IPA. And just as I said last time, it is a very, very smooth IPA, very, very non-offensive. Most IPAs really have that kind of hit in it, and you really get that long-lasting bitter aftertaste that, is notorious for an IPA. This is very, very citrusy, very aromatic. So when you first get a first hit of it, you really think, oh man, this is going to be lasting. But then it's so smooth all the way through. You get a hit right at the beginning. The attack is really, really nice, really strong, and it tapers out. And it's really, really smooth on the finish.
So the finish is smooth. Is there any noticeable aftertaste?
A distinct citrusy aftertaste.
Nice.
And the bitter aftertaste literally only lasts for about 10 seconds at max.
Nice.
And it just is very nice.
How non-offensive are we talking? Are we talking today's college campus non-offensive?
If you were going to start with IPAs and you never had an IPA before and you were really nervous about IPAs, this would be a great place to start. Yeah, it's really nice. It's and it's cool because it's got like the art on it. Because these craft beers, they really just suck you in with the art. I mean, just every single time. They just suck you right in with the art. I mean, I'm going to try to show you here. If you can see it, I don't know if it's...
Oh, nice. That's like a combination of a Red Baron with a drill sergeant hat.
Yeah, it
Undead
is.
skeleton, dude. It's actually kind of neat.
And he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt, if you see it. I don't know if you can see that bottom portion there.
Yeah, when you lift it up, yeah. Before it was cut off, but yeah, I can see that.
So he's wearing like a Hawaiian shirt, and he's got like the Red Baron aviator hat and goggles on, but then on top of that, he's got a drill sergeant hat, and it's got a feather sticking out of it, and it's got a patch right on the front that I'm trying to figure out whether that's supposed to be a mushroom or mushroom cloud.
Let me see it again.
Actually, I think it might be a skull with glasses on. Hold on, let me get that right on in there.
Oh, that's a mushroom cloud.
Well, see, I thought it was a mushroom cloud too, but when I looked closer, I can see like a distinct nose and mouth like pieces underneath it. And it almost looks like it's wearing glasses, but it could be a mushroom cloud. And the gold tooth. Anyways, the artwork just always seems to grab me on these things. And it's really nice. It's 7.5% by volume. And I've had this both warm, and when I say warm, around, room temperature. And I've had it chilled. about, like the 40-degree mark. And honestly, I found that this really, really tastes best when it's just above that fridge temperature. So if you take it out of the fridge and you let it sit on your counter for about 5 minutes or so before you crack it open and drink it, it's really nice.
That's pretty good. That sounds pretty good starter IPA for people. And it sounds like they're doing the marketing right to do such good artwork. Maybe the big companies can learn from it. Maybe some of the big companies can learn how to make a beer, too.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you've got something that's tried and true that people are just used to, it's kind of like when you go to a chain restaurant. You know that when you go in there and you order their mushroom Swiss burger, that it's going to taste the exact same as the last time you were there, and the exact same as the other 40 Applebee's you went to.
Yeah, like crap every time.
Yeah, like crap with mushrooms on it.
Yeah, it's like, it filled with chunks, this crap they just shit in my mouth.
So, state of games, man. What is your state of games?
A little all over the place. Been playing around, testing through some old school games. I'm going to be getting in waiting for a Super Nintendo game to come in, Demon's Crest, so I'm waiting for that to come in the mail so I can try that. I've been playing through the Switch. I've been playing the oh god, my brain. Mario Odyssey with the kids still, even though we beat it, we're still playing through and trying to find all the moons and the stars, whatever, all the little things and all the collectibles, trying to complete it. Because if you actually get like all 999 pieces of moon or whatever, you could actually fight a special boss. That's not Bowser, I heard.
Now, when you say...
But I don't know what, I don't know who, because I didn't want to ruin it for myself.
So when you say special, you mean like special as in like, this is super rare, not special as in dee.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a hidden boss, would be a better term. Because the boss isn't Dee, it's probably the player, me.
So all those moons are basically a giant game of hide and seek for this boss.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes, I guess he's a hide and seek champion. That's what I'm guessing.
So tell me about the Super Nintendo game that you're talking about.
It's a platformer. It's a really neat platformer. But I haven't gotten... I've pretty much looked at it like streaming. It's one of those hidden gems that you can... Yeah, and let's see if I can bring up any of the story. I'm not sure on the storyline yet. Let's see.
Clickety, click, click, clickety, click, click, keyboard's on its way.
So basically you have to find 6 magical stones or crests, which preside over their elements: earth, fire, water, air, time, and heaven. And once you get them all, you got infinity power. And the demons in the demon world are trying to get all of them. So you're supposed to collect them all and beat the shit out of them.
So, gotta catch them all?
Basically, for those pieces, yep. The gameplay looks like a lot of fun. Like I said, action platformer, so...
Dude, there are a lot of, like, really, really great gems out there. Some that I've just found, like, off the wall good.
And that's what I like about, like, so much on YouTube, seeing a lot of the smaller YouTubers, because a lot of them are going into those hidden gems. So you got, like, Metal Jesus Rocks, Radical Reggie, Nintendo, the Nintendo guy. They usually find a lot of those, like, really neat ones that we missed as kids, and I'm like, oh, I want to play that. Oh, you're muted, dude.
Whoops, wrong button. Even, like, the new ones that come out, like Cuphead, that are really deeply rooted in that vein of not just in the vein of retro, but just in that whole, you say retro game and you've got a certain feel to it. A certain kind of je ne sais quoi, I guess. Haha, big word. Don't know what it actually means. I just know how to use it in the right context. Anyway, so you get a game that is quote unquote retro, and, it feels like an old game-ish, but a lot of the ones that are labeled as retro just don't really feel that old. Or like pixel art games, they always associate, and I say they, not necessarily every listener that's listening. I know the difference between pixel art and retro, but a lot of people, when you see a pixel art game,
non-gamers.
They immediately associate it with a retro game. They don't realize that a pixel art is a very specific style of art in gaming. But a lot of people who look at it, they say, oh, that's a retro game. No, it's not really a retro game. But then you play a game like Cuphead, which has a lot going on in it, its graphics are really, really great. It's like you're playing an old cartoon, but it has a really strong feel to it.
It is actually it's patterned after an old style of cartoons that used to be done in old artwork. Some old, really old time. I think they were from like the 1930s. I think
exactly. But it not only has a visual feel of being that old retro style, but also the gameplay itself.
It's also retro hard.
Yeah, the gameplay itself is a very retro feel in that it's brutal. It doesn't, while its visuals are really nice, it doesn't just rely on that to hold you over. It really gives you a challenge. Something that I think a lot of games nowadays just don't give you. They kind of...
It almost seems like, other than a few, IPs, obviously, stuff like Dark Souls, obviously it's meant to be hard on purpose. But for the most part, it almost seems like games these days hold your hand and give you enough save points, enough stuff where you can always progress. I mean, the old school games is if you just couldn't develop the skill set, you were never beating it.
Well, yeah, and
I still have never beaten Kid Icarus.
Oh, God.
Damn, Eggplant Wizard.
Dude, so that game's really fun. Did you ever get to did you ever actually play the last board where you're flying as Pit?
No, I never got past the Eggplant Wizard.
Oh, but you know that you're going through the different boards to get the 3 treasures of whatever.
Yeah, no, I know what I'm supposed to do. I've seen it played. I've seen the last board played. I have just never been able to achieve that.
Yeah, so the whole...
It's my shame.
Like, that was a fun game because you play through the entirety of it kind of one way, where you're playing, you're advancing through in a platformer style game.
It's a side-scrolling platformer, except you go up.
Well, exactly. But then it switches off to that last board where it's more like a Galaga game.
Yeah, which is really neat. And I actually would like to play that. I've never actually played the last board. I'd like to one of these days. I think I might just break down and Game Genie that bitch.
No. You know what's going to happen? This is what we're going to do. That? You and me, we're going to hook up. Well, not hook up that way. Well, I mean, if there's enough beer, I guess. But anyways, we're going to get together. And we're going to sit down and we're going to just tag team the hell out of that game. And we're going to make it all the way to the end. Might take us a weekend. Might take us a week. Might take us a lifetime. But we're going to get there. We can do it.
I got to stock up on beer. You almost choked.
I almost spit beer all over the place.
How much more equipment are you going to have to replace because of that?
Oh, screw you, dude. I'm not replacing anything else. At least I was aimed out of the way, so if anything did sneak out, I didn't get the actual equipment over here.
No destroying keyboards or webcams this time?
No. I'm not gonna spit rum all over my webcam again. You fucker. Oh,
funny
God.
thing, it broke it. I thought it would have cleaned it, but no, it killed it.
Oh no, it murdered that webcam. That webcam I got it working a little bit, but it was still cutting in and out, but that webcam really just never came back. Not after that.
So point for any non-technical folk, don't clean your webcam or computer equipment with rum. Apparently it's not a good way to do it.
No. Rum with Diet Coke. Ironically, they say how the cleaning qualities of Coca-Cola are so amazing. Not for cleaning webcams.
Apparently on electronics that damage it. However, they did used to use high-powered hoses with Coca-Cola to clean barnacles off of ships.
Yeah, and also the oil out of the inside of tankers.
Which is kind of frightening.
Well, I guess that's how all those barnacles got such a sweet tooth.
So, point of a good bit of health advice. Don't destroy your body with Coke. Just drink straight on rum.
Exactly. Bypass the middleman.
Exactly. Much better.
So
you're either not going to have the bad effects on your digestive tract of Coca-Cola, or if you drink too much, you'll be dead. But either way, you won't have to suffer from the effects of Coca-Cola.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. Since it's only 2 of us, and we could probably crank through these pretty quick. Of course, I say that. We're probably going to be talking for the next 3 hours. But we're going to go through all the questions that we have been...
Do you have ADHD too?
Yes, it seems.
Or ADD too? I've got ADD.
Yeah. Hey, I got
what were we doing again?
Here. I want to ride bikes.
Yes, on our way to get more rum.
More rum. That was it. We were talking about rum.
Yes.
No. We were talking about things we haven't been doing on the show properly.
Questions?
Which is answering questions.
My second... Well, good. I got it right on the first try. My second guess would have been hash browns.
Oh, God, I could go for some hash browns right now, man.
Especially like the McDonald's ones, the whole things out of the sleeve.
Yeah, like cooked in that grease that's just been sitting in there for so long. They oversalt them. Oh man.
Do you know why the fries and the hash browns don't taste quite as good as they used to?
Oh, did they change? Did they actually clean the oil pans?
No, well, yes, but the reason why is that they used to actually cook them in some of the grease was actually like burger or meat grease.
Oh, yeah.
And if you notice, since the vegans and vegetarians got mad, they stopped doing that, and the taste got a little bit blander.
Yeah. Well, at least the vegans have stopped telling me that they're vegan.
No, they haven't. We just learned to tune them out.
That could be it. Wait, we're getting completely off topic again. We got questions. We got questions to answer. This is a serious thing. We actually have to answer these things.
Okay.
All right. So the first question that we missed was actually asked by Blue Shark, and it was Fallout 76. Would you buy it? Would you recommend it? Who would you recommend it to? Whoa.
I would buy it.
Okay.
Because mainly I saw all the cool glitches. I really want to do a playthrough and make a YouTube video or Twitch stream some of those terrifying glitches, because that'd be hilarious. Just a whole glitch stream, you know what I mean? And see how many of those glitches and crashes you can actually purposefully trigger.
We can. Oh, no. Okay. So, hold on. I agree with Dee for a completely different reason. Well, for a slightly similar reason, but no, I'm going to say completely different. Anyways, I would buy Fallout 76. However, I would get all of us together on a G.N.A episode, and I would stream it and play it, and every time there was a glitch, we'd all do a shot.
So, therefore, I would recommend Fallout 76 to Cecil.
And I would recommend Fallout 76 to anybody who wants to make a drinking game and possibly risk alcohol poisoning.
Because if there's that many glitches as there seems, we're going to have a fun episode. It might be shorter than expected, but it'll be fun.
Or it might be an episode that I've actually had to edit, where it's about an hour and a half of us talking, and then about 6.5 hours of me snoring on my desk, because I forgot to turn it off and I passed out on my keyboard.
Or all of us. So you've got a lot of snoring.
Because I actually did that once. I actually had the whole thing going, and I forgot to turn off the Skype recorder. I turned off everything else except for the Skype recorder. And actually, I don't think I turned off my Audacity either. And I said, yeah, all right, I gotta get up and go to bed. And that was the last thing you heard me say. And then you just started hearing me snore. And I literally drank myself unconscious and woke up like 6 hours later, and I'm like, oh God, and I'm all sore. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta go brush my teeth. This gnome that took a dump in my mouth, I've got to kill them too. And then I look on the screen and I still see the waveform going as I'm talking. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be a horrible episode to edit.
You know the worst drunk I got?
Oh, I got
as far as pass out drunk. I slowly started to wake up, passed out on the floor using a box of still full, like 20-piece chicken McNuggets as a pillow, with my buddy's dog licking the side of my head trying to get at the chicken nuggets.
Nice.
That was in my army days.
Oh, God.
I think I almost died. But dang, the best pillow was actually a box of chicken McNuggets. Life hacks, man, life hacks.
Dude, hey, any port in a storm, if there happens to be chicken nuggets there, they can be soft. However, you do run the risk of a dog attempting to gnaw your face off because now you taste like chicken nuggets.
I didn't so much snuggle up as they went down with me as I stood up after our drinking game and thought I was still mostly sober. Just caught myself. I had a dizzy spell. My buddy's like, dude, you all right? I was like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I took one step and literally he saw me like clip my face on the table as I went down with the chicken nuggets and kind of just was there, limp, and left me.
I found the picture of you smacking your head off of the table as it took a picture.
Oh, that old school photo. Yeah, I've got a copy of that you sent me, yeah.
I got it. I found it again. It was underneath the bed over here. It's great.
That should be, that should be this episode's thumbnail.
I can probably make that happen. What am I saying? I edit the damn episode. I do all the thumbnail. I can make that happen.
I seem to have a habit of passing out and landing hard.
Dude, I can't believe that you knocked that thing off and clipped your head off that damn table at the same time it snapped a picture as it hit the ground.
And what's funny is my arm's limp, my eyes are closed, I'm still standing, but I'm literally out cold unconscious. Right before I crumpled into a ball. You're muted. And I'm trying to burp up everything I've eaten.
Next question.
Yes.
Cyberblood says, one game, just one. What would be a game you'd fully recommend that dropped this year thus far? A game that's been the cream of the crop so far. That's a tough decision.
It is. I mean, I know addictive gameplay games, but it's tough. Like, which one? How do you decide which one is the best that dropped this year?
And
the sad part is, I don't remember what came out earlier part of the year, more recently, because I get the memory of a goldfish. So I'm trying to remember what came out earlier this year.
Well, there are some games like Sea of Thieves, Left 4 Dead 2. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Redemption 2, but I haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet.
Did Friday the 13th come out this year or last year? Let me look. Sure. Let me look at the thingy for the thingy on the thingy. That came out May of last year, so I was completely wrong there. Okay, so that's disqualified. Even though it's a fun game, even though they stopped support on it this year, so I guess that's why I'm remembering something from this year. Graveyard Keeper.
I like that one. I'm trying to remember what came out earlier, because that's what has been sitting in my head, because I got it reloaded onto the PC now, because got the new gaming rig. So I got to load it onto this one, but...
Hunt Showdown came out this year.
Just trying to think of... Of course, there's also... I mean, with this metric, you've got games that have come out, but then again, you've got ports of those same games that came out this year for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, that's a really, really tough question. Are we counting mobile games as well? Like handheld games that came out on the phone?
He didn't say not to.
Man, that's a...
I mean, as far as like indie style, kind of the indie retro style, I mean, I love Graveyard Keeper. That is one heck of an addictive game.
It is. Yeah, Graveyard Keeper is fantastic. It's stupid fun. It's got that whole Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley feel to it.
But with a twist.
Yeah, but with a twist. You're carving up bodies, cutting it up, packaging it, and sending it over and selling it to the bartender. Man, this is a tough question. There's been a lot of great games. All right, let's start listing some of them. How about that? Let's make it easy there. All right, let me pull your ass back up so I can see you while I'm doing this.
What you doing?
Let's pull up a list of games released in 2018, and let's see if we can actually figure out.
Because, I mean, there's some fun games. I mean, like, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee came out, but I wouldn't put them at a contender for best.
Neither would I. So let's see here. We've
fun,
got.
Yes.
Let's. I'm just going to start listing off some that might actually rise to the cream of the crop here. I'm not going to list off every single one of them, but January, we've got The Escapist 2 that came out. It was ported over to the Switch. Right. We've got Kirby Battle. We've got Dust and Salt. Monster Hunter World. That came out. Okay, that did. I was curious if it came out earlier this year versus like late last year. So it's Monster Hunter World. I think that is a heck of a contender right now because that is a lot of fun. You know what? Like, and I'm not going to take away from it. I'm going to actually. I did not enjoy that game, but I know a lot of people in the clan that I'm in, Battle Slots, that played Monster Hunter World for quite some time, and a lot of them were really excited when it came to PC. So while I didn't personally enjoy it, observing everybody else play it and just the buzz around it and how people were really, really getting intricate into it, I really do think it's a contender as well.
It is. I mean, it all depends on your personal likes because not everybody likes that style of gameplay. But for those that do and that are a fan of the series, it is a fantastic entry into the series, and there is quite the cult following for the whole Monster Hunter series.
There is, yeah. And this was the first one that I think came to. Wasn't the rest of them on handhelds? There was something special about this one.
Because they weren't the first on the home console because you also had. A previous entry in the Wii and in the Wii U. So it wasn't the first console.
Okay.
A lot of them were on the handhelds. But
maybe it was the first PS4 Xbox release?
Probably, because they previously were on like Nintendo and the handhelds, I think.
We'll go there.
I'm not a big follower of the series. I only recently got into the series. So I started later on. After I started seeing a lot of hubbub about it, I got into it about, that time frame. So I'm not sure. I know certainly it was on the PSP. At least in Japan.
Yes, I do remember being on the PSP. I remember a Monster Hunter being on PSP. You're absolutely right.
And the reason why I know that is because I've got the special edition Monster Hunter PSP from Japan over there on my shelf.
All right. Well, let's see here. February.
It looked really pretty.
February, we had Night in the Woods for Switch, UFC 3, Shadow of Colossus re-release.
But I don't know if we want to count re-release. I mean, Shadow of Colossus, it's fantastic, but a re-release?
I don't know if I can count that. You're absolutely right.
I think we should avoid re-releases and ports over to the Switch, because if the game came out previous years, it's not really a new one.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
we got Starpoint Gemini Warlords, Civilization 4 Rise and Fall, Dragon Quest Builders. Which is a lot of fun. My kids really like it. Kingdom Come Deliverance came out in February.
Dragon Quest XI.
Owlboy, yep.
Owlboy, that's a good one too.
Secret of Mana, the one that came out for PS4, Vita, and PC.
Yeah, but that's a remake of the original Super Nintendo Secret of Mana, and the remake, the port it could have been better.
Yeah, but it's not a direct port; it's actually a remake. So it's not the old school graphics. So it's an actual remake. So I would actually count that as being a new game release, because they really did. They had to remake all the assets. They didn't just port it all over and make it work. Hey, here's one. I think this one's going to be a contender. Metal Gear Survive. Let's see here. We got The Longest 5 Minutes. A game called Fee. I don't think I've heard of that.
I haven't played it, but
I don't even think I've heard of it.
They also did a re-release, I know, this year on the Switch. It was originally on the DS, which was The World Ends With You.
Yes, I did hear about that.
It is actually fantastic. If you haven't played it, it is a fantastic game. Wife and I both got really addicted to it on the DS. It is a fantastic... It's a really unique way of doing like an RPG style game. It's a very unique entry. I would highly recommend it.
All right, skipping over to March, we've got... I'll mention it. It's PSVR. Bravo Team. What was Bravo Team?
I don't have a VR.
Was Bravo Team... No, Bravo Team wasn't a Resident Evil reference, was it?
I don't think so. I mean, they did a Resident Evil on it, and then they now did a Resident Evil 5 that has it for it, but I didn't hear of any others.
Huh. Anyways, we got Frantic, Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition.
They just tacked on more to an existing game, but it's still fine. Still, I like Final Fantasy 15. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I gotta go back and actually finish that, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
There was Attack on Titan 2. Sea of Thieves, of course, came out, which I've mentioned before. Yep. Titan Quest. Detective Pikachu for the 3DS. Far Cry 5. Actually, Far Cry 5 could be a contender as well. Far Cry 5 was actually a really enjoyable game, and it had a lot of content to it. And that
is a fantastic series, and yeah.
I mean, the key point...
I don't remember any huge problems with that at all.
Yeah, the key point, it wasn't super glitchy. I don't think it held on for a long time, but it was definitely a buzz about it, and people were talking good stuff about it.
But you gotta admit, there's been a lot of big titles coming out this year. A lot of stuff that had a lot of buzz. So I mean, it's been kind of hard, even if you like a game, to really stick with it and play it over and over again with all the big titles. You're trying to go from title to title this year. It's kind of tough.
God of War 4.
Yeah, boy.
That's... I think that's a contender.
Well, that certainly is a contender.
Oh,
and the God of War 4 Special Edition PS4 looked fantastic.
Oh, it did. It looked so pretty.
I hate it when they chintz out, but that really looked like they put a lot of love and effort into that Special Edition.
Yeah, that one.
And just the style of that actual system was just awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely solid.
Did you see the Kingdom Hearts PS4
No.
That they're going to be releasing?
No.
I don't know if it's still up for pre-order. It looked, oh my god, fantastic. They did all the etchings. I mean, it was
Is it a Pro or a regular PS4?
I think it was a regular one. I don't remember. I only saw it briefly.
I may have to look at that.
And I don't know if it's coming out in every country, but I did see one. And I think the one that I saw was the Japanese one. So we might have to look further into that. That's probably for after the show.
Yep, that's definitely a look at. The South Park game, The Fractured Butthole.
Which is actually the first one that South Park did was surprisingly good.
I was very surprised at how good it was.
I thought it was mostly going to be a money grab, and even if they weren't, even if they're involved, I figured being considered a cash grab, the company probably wouldn't have taken it seriously, but they actually put a lot of heart and soul into it.
What else we got? Let's go into May here. Outbreak, The Nightmare Chronicles, Warmind. Which, do we count the Destiny expansions as... Do we count them as games? They're really just extensions of the game itself. The game came out in September
you can't, Destiny 2 would be the game, but then the expansions would just be, did it make a decent game, better? But Destiny 2, I think, didn't come out this year.
No, it came out last year, but a lot of the gaming magazines actually review these Destiny expansions as almost like complete games, because they give them a complete review.
Now, the question is, how big are the expansions, though? Does it completely remake the game?
Forsaken, I want to say it really did make a lot of sweeping changes.
And the extra content, was it almost like a whole game unto itself? I think if the expansion has enough content to almost stand alone as the game itself, we can say yes.
Yeah, I don't know how I would break that down, because it does still rely on the PvP and Gambit maps and stuff it relies on the PvP maps from the rest of the game before. So I don't know. Well, we'll move on. We'll leave Destiny 2 out of it for this moment. Raging Justice, Pillars of Eternity 2. That was actually a really, really decent game. Mm-hmm. One Piece, Warhammer 40,000, Inquisitor Martyr. Let's see what else we got on here. Far Lone Sales. I wanted to look in that and I never did. Far Lone Sales. I didn't try that one either. I read an article on it and I was like, man, I gotta pick that up. And then I never did. I'm a horrible human being. That's what it is.
I'm still looking forward to that Cyberpunk game.
Oh, Cyberpunk 2077? Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Detroit Become Human.
That's a good one.
That's another one I think throws in the contender field there. Let's see what else here. We're on to June. They released Fallout Shelter for PS4, Xbox One, and PC in June. I missed that completely.
So did I.
Vampire. That game tanked, though. I don't think that game did well.
I didn't get to try it. I was interested in it, but I have not picked it up or tried it.
I heard reviews that the combat was horrible.
That can be a make or break type deal, so I guess that's certainly not a contender. Let's move on.
The Crew 2. If you're into racing games, I actually enjoyed the original The Crew.
I did too. I really want to see another really good Gran Turismo where you get to do all the nuts and bolts, pick the gears, the gear ratios. I really want to have another one of those come out.
So if you really dig those type of games, unfortunately it's a little bit too much arcade-ish, but there's a game called Street Racing Redline Racing or Street Legal Redline Racing that really does involve taking apart the entire car, and it's even to the point that you can change your air-to-fuel ratios. It's actually really, really cool. And also, if you just like that whole car thing, there's a game that's called Car Mechanic 2018, or maybe 2019, I can't remember. But it's a simulation of taking apart a car. But the cool part is, it's fairly on point for realism. Like, for instance...
I still like the...
Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying that I really like the not quite that in-depth, but the smidgen that you got in the original Gran Turismo and the Gran Turismo 2, but you still have that big racing thing. And if you botch the gear ratios and that stuff, you race like crap. Yeah. Oh, dude, I love the original. And you know what? I haven't played the newer Gran Turismo, so I can't. The last one I played heavily was Gran Turismo 3. I haven't had the time, but I would like to pick up the newest Gran Turismo.
I would as well. But you know what? A lot of the games nowadays are just really so focused on social playing. It's really hard to find a game that you can pick up, play, and crank out there. I mean, even the original Gran Turismo, I remember going over to Putz's house all the time. He'd race, and I'd tune the car. And we made a great team that way because I knew, like, everything about tuning those damn cars for some stupid reason. And he'd race them because he could drive them.
But we're kind of old school, too. We still kind of miss that. A lot of people like to do the social gaming, but that's how they socialize. We like to do the social gaming as in we're both on the same couch.
Yes.
So it's kind of a different aspect and a different culture, but I really do miss those games, or those days where you game together in the same room.
Yeah. Yeah, you pass the controller back and forth, like we're going to do with Kid Icarus.
And just like the first-person shooters, cheating wasn't hacking or mods. Cheating was you screen peeping son of a bitch.
Yep. Yeah. That's exactly what that is. So let's see, what else we got? We got in July, Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered. Well, that was a remaster. I don't know if that really counts. Yeah. 20XX, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Hotel Transylvania 3.
Well, the Treasure Tracker was fun.
Octopath Traveler.
The only reason I don't want to say quite a contender for Octopath Traveler, I do like it. The 2.5D graphics is fantastic. Battle system is fantastic. The individual storylines are good, but the problem is it doesn't mesh well. Because when you have all, like, you could pick whichever character you want to start with, and you got to collect the other characters as you progress, which is awesome. But the way you meet your characters is you walk up, they got a little question mark. It's like, oh, gee, I need somebody that can be trustworthy and do this. Oh, that's me. Let's go. It's like the shittiest D&D DM ever that you all somehow just meet in the bar, and it's like, wow, we're all just going to go on an adventured campaign together. Yes, we're all trustworthy. Tally forth.
I'm a hero. I'm a hero.
It just doesn't mesh well. It's like they didn't have a good way to introduce the characters to each other, which is the one big gripe that me and a lot of other people that I know that are big in RPGs have had.
You know, and that you actually just spoke right to something that I always work on, and the thing I always have the most trouble with whenever I start a campaign is how the hook to get everybody in. And you even saw it when we did the Star Wars campaign.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's not a bad game because it's hard to do that, but like I said,
yeah, but that hook of getting everybody involved together with one another. So, like, introducing your character to the rest of the group and giving you guys a reason to go together. I'm sitting there going, I only had one idea for getting that to work, and I'm sitting there going, oh, please, for the love of God, let this work. Please don't let this group split up, and I got to figure out a way to get them all on the same ship again. And thankfully, you guys all went the same way. But then you split up again, and I'm like, oh, crap. But then you made it back, and I was like, oh, thank God. Oh, what else we got here in July? The Mega Man X collection.
Which it's Mega Man X just put on.
Yeah, so that's just a
remastered.
remake.
So it's those games. I mean, even if you update the graphics, it's still those games.
Yeah. Sleep Tight. I don't even know that one.
I haven't played it.
Let's kick on to August. Yakuza 0. Salt and
That's
Sanctuary.
A good game.
Dead Cells, which I think is pretty fun. Madden NFL 19, but I mean, not that I don't like sports games. It's just, you know, they release one every year.
Yeah, that's my problem with sports games is I do like them, but I'm not going to go pay $60 for something that, what did you do? You may have tweaked the graphics between the years slightly, and you may have changed up the teams or added a couple players.
Well,
I really don't feel that's a $60 value for me personally, but I'm glad that it gives the company steady income to create games I do want to play. So I am thankful for all the people that do buy that every year.
Well, in the defense, the improvements from Madden NFL 2018 to 2019 were some pretty vast improvements, not only in AI, but also in player movements, just in player movements and physics. They did a really, really large jump from 2018 to 2019.
That's good to hear, because in previous years that have been, like, especially when you had them on the run of like PS2, the improvements weren't that great. And same thing on PS3, as you had a couple years going, it's like, so on a PS4 going to the 2019, it's good to hear that they actually did make some big improvements, because that's nice to see.
And here's a sad story. The Walking Dead, the final season, came out. Episode 1 came out in August.
Which is literally the final one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like the final one for everything, for Telltale, for everything.
Well, I guess they named it appropriately, right? Final?
Yeah. Oddly enough.
It's not like Final Fantasy, and keep going with that.
Yeah, the final one just hasn't shown up yet. Let's see what else we got here. The Messenger, 2 Point Hospital. Daymok was talking about 2 Point Hospital a lot.
I haven't tried it.
I haven't. I've heard it's good, though. I heard it's fun. I haven't necessarily heard it's good. I've heard it's fun. Which the two don't always equate to being the same thing. It can be fun and the game not be good. And it can be good, but the game really isn't fun.
There's been some fun, crappy games, just for the fact that they were so, I don't know, weird and wonky. They were fun. Kind of like something is so overly glitchy, but not like, doesn't freeze and crash the game, but you all start looking freakish.
Yes. Alright, so what do we got in September? Let's see here. Yeah, Dragon Quest IX came out. Immortal Unchained.
That would be Dragon Quest 11.
Dragon Quest 11. Sorry, 11. Dyslexia hits
the Roman numerals.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 4, it actually is a fantastic one.
Yeah. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, never leaving this keyboard. Spider-Man.
What do we got here? Dust and Asylum Tale? Or Elysian Tale? Sorry, not an Asylum Tale.
Elysium, yep. Which is actually a good game.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider came out.
That is also a contender. I've always liked the Tomb Raider.
I've heard a lot of really great things about the new Tomb Raider games. I actually watched the new Tomb Raider movie not too long ago, and I've got to say, I was impressed. I was expecting... I really was expecting, well, the Angelina Jolie's Tomb Raider, but this one was, other than being a little bit unrealistic at times, it was good.
I actually kind of like with the games lately, I like the direction where they went with the main character.
Okay, so this is going to sound totally sexist and totally weird, but I'm really glad that they actually reduced her breasts significantly to more the breasts of an athletic person. Because if you look at anybody who's athletic enough to climb up a wall and then jump over this and then swing over that and continuously do that for like 2 hours straight, you look at anybody who can physically do that, they're not going to have size CCC boobs. They're just not.
Actually, I went to college with a girl that was fairly attractive and a gamer. She was on the running team, was very athletic, and she had good size double Ds.
Yeah, but I guarantee you she wasn't climbing up the side of a mountain and then running and flipping and shooting guns and doing all that stuff. I mean, okay, I could say you could be running, but the normal female athletic physique, they don't have very large breasts.
Well, let's put this to a test. Let's find an athletic, large-breasted girl. Let's kidnap them and have them run an obstacle course for us. For science.
I'm in.
Here, I thought you were going to be the voice of reason. Damn. Dude, we're going to be getting into trouble.
I've been drinking. There's no reason here.
Yeah, but who's my adult? Because the wife isn't here to keep me in check.
Okay, look, let's just point out how this works out. You've got an angel on one shoulder and a devil on another shoulder. Now, while the devil's...
I don't have an angel. Hold on.
While the devil's sitting there talking on one shoulder and you're listening to them, I'm on the other shoulder beating the shit out of that angel so he can't say a word.
Ah, that's what happened to him.
Yeah, don't look in your trunk, by the way. No matter what the smell. And ignore the feathers sticking out. All right, what else came out?
So it must be under all the other ones I found, because there was a lot of them in that trunk.
All right, we've got the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out for the Switch.
And then the expansion. So that's actually a fantastic game.
I haven't played it yet, but I have heard it's good. Life is Strange Season 2.
Which is good.
Forza 4 came out in October. What the hell? There was a Fist of the North Star game that came out for PS4? In October?
There was.
How the hell did
I didn't try it.
Luigi's Mansion came out for the 3DS. There's The World Ends With You Final Remix that came out for the Switch.
They took the original Luigi's Mansion and released as a digital on the handheld, right?
I don't know. Yes?
Because there is no actual new Luigi's Mansion yet. I know there was a Luigi's Mansion 3, like a new one announced for the Switch, but it hasn't come out.
Oh, well, this one's on the 3DS, so.
Oh, 3DS. Oh, yeah, they released, I think it was as a digital download. They redid the original Luigi's Mansion for it. Because you also had, before that, you had like the Dark Moon, or you had under Luigi's Mansion. The sequel to it was on the 3DS.
All right, so we've got Call of Duty Black Ops 4 that came out. Mm-hmm. Lego DC Supervillains, which I'm actually glad that
the Lego games are just awesomely fun.
They're silly fun. They really are silly fun, and they've got a very specific formula. It's super easy, but it's still fun.
I like the Star Wars ones.
You know what I like about them? I like that they've got the platforming in there, they've got light battle, and they've got collectibles that you're looking for. So it gives you a replay value. It gives you a reason to go back and play it over and over again. Soul Calibur 6. Starlink. Battle for Atlas.
Yeah, I mean, it looked good, but at the same time, I don't want to get back into any more collectibles.
I agree completely. That's actually one reason why I haven't gotten it. However, the special edition one that came with Fox and the Arc-Wing, or the R-Wing from Star Fox.
It's tempting, and I don't want to do it. No.
I've been looking at it.
Not going down that route again.
I've been eyeballing it going, I could just get that and only that. No, it wouldn't happen. I'd get the rest. But
you know where that's going to devolve into.
Yeah. And I look around the room as I see the multiple miniature figurines and vials of sand and just stuff hanging around.
Why is my bank account so low? Look around. Oh, yeah.
All right, what came out in November? Since November just went by. The Forest was released for PS4. The Forest is actually a pretty fun game. It's a builder. It's a one of those survival builder games.
I heard about it, but I haven't tried it.
It's fun. But I gotta say, it doesn't offer too much more than the average survival game that you would play. It's not really offering that much more.
If I'm going to play like an out-and-about survival game, I thought the one that you introduced me to, Don't Starve, was like silly fun.
That is fun, but honestly, the only thing about Don't Starve the only thing I don't like is that it's an arcade-style survival game. And that's the only thing I don't like about it. Everything else I love about that game. But for survival games, if you haven't played The Long Dark, that is a very fun simulation style survival game.
Yeah.
That's a very enjoyable game. What else we have in here? SNK 40th Anniversary Collector's Edition.
Which just has a bunch of the really old SNK games that they've ported over to it. And I don't remember how many. They got a few of them, but they didn't list a whole ton. So.
Well, we have our drinking game, Fallout 76.
Which, it's mostly going to be there for a drinking game, not necessarily quality.
Holy crap, they released Warframe for the Switch.
Yes.
I didn't realize that they did that. That's awesome. That's a very fun game, to be honest.
And it's a good one, I think, for the Switch.
It's got a lot of content. Holy crap, does that have a lot of content. The only reason I would say it's not a good fit for the Switch is that the Switch is so mobile, so you wouldn't be able to play that, like, in the car or on a train, driving something, going someplace. So that would be the only thing I would say it wouldn't work there.
But the thing is as a mobile, yes, but it's great that the Switch is getting like really good, like big, a large amount of content, like really good full games.
Yeah,
is because you can also run it as console mode, and it's a great for in the home console mode.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's great for Switch owners to get a little bones,
And we'll look ahead to the future and see what's supposed to be coming out in December. So we've got Just Cause 4, Persona 5, as well as...
Which will be a remake.
Is it? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Unless it's in one of those dancing games.
It
Persona 5 has been out on the PS4.
Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. Sorry, I didn't read the rest of the title.
It's a dancing game, yes. It's and just like the other one, I never tried the Persona dancing games, because when I want to play Persona, I want to play that old horror-based RPG. I don't want to play a dancing game.
Yeah, the only thing that bugs me about the Personas is that the first Persona game, Persona Revelations, that was on the that was on the PlayStation 1, that game was full-on horror, like full-on horror elements with a little bit of that cheeky Japanese humor. Yep. But every Persona game I've played after that has been more cheeky Japanese humor and less of that horror.
Yeah, which is kind of my complaint, but I still enjoy the Persona series as an RPG. I still do enjoy it.
Sorry, if I made it sound like I didn't enjoy them, I don't mean that. I absolutely enjoy them. But
I agree, is that chief complaint is that I wish they were a little bit more towards, like the first one, towards the horror based, which is, I love anything horror, so.
Insurgent, Sandstorm, Earth Defense Force 5, and that looks like all that I've got listed here. So I
think pretty much. Oh
man, what out of those would really be counted as like the number one for this year that came out?
Honestly, I haven't gotten too much into Dragon Quest XI, which I love the Dragon Quest series. I'd probably have to say, because I enjoy them so much, just because I'm such a fan of RPGs, I'm not necessarily going to say the best one out of the bunch, but certainly one I think for me would be the new Xenoblade.
I can see where you're going with that. I'm going to go with...
Because I have been a Xenoblade, Xenogears fan since the first one on the PlayStation. So I really love those style games, and I like the open world they had in the Xeno...
Yeah.
I always get... now with the new ones, like the several new ones going back, and the original, I get so tongue-tied and dyslexic with
Yeah,
them.
which one is it? It's Xeno something. Xeno Chronicles. It's Xeno something.
Yeah. Like Xeno Saga, Xeno Chronicles, Xenogears is the original.
See, and I'm going to go a completely different route this year. I am a huge fan of interactive storytelling. The Walking Dead, all of Telltale stuff. Actually, Netflix just has now on it. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Netflix has Minecraft Story Mode on there, where it's basically the Minecraft Story Mode game, but without all the QuickTime events. So it's like the old choose your own adventures where you get to a spot, you get to choose one way or another, or go to this, go to that, and it'll unlock different stuff. Very, very fun. I'm a huge fan of that. So I'm actually going to say my favorite game from this year that went by is Detroit Become Human. Because I think they did a really, really great job on just the interactive storytelling. The QuickTime events in it were fun. The exploration in it was fun. The storyline in it was fun.
The choices you have to make, the hard choices.
Oh, God.
It was a fantastic. I definitely respect that choice.
Yeah, there were so many morally ambiguous choices you had to make. And, one choice where you're like, this is the proper choice. And they always do that. And I know they always do that. And I still fall for it every single time. You make a choice like, oh, go help this dog. And you go help the dog. And all of a sudden, oh, you're becoming too human. We have to wipe your memory now. And you're like, what? That type of thing.
See, my problem is kind of the other way around. It's like, in the games that give you a choice between good and evil, I typically like to, play to the darker side and play the game as evil. And then I like to go back and play it as good as the second round through. My problem is sometimes being good in the game is really hard.
Oh, yeah.
Like, for instance, I'm going to go back to something I've talked about before, but Overlord. My wife is still mad at me because she wants to complete the game as completely good at least once. And I keep saying, this time, we'll do it. We'll complete the game, doing all good, and see what the ending in for just totally good is. We'll do that, okay. And I'm doing really good. I make every right choice as far as good, until one point in the game. Do I know the choice to make? Yes. Can I make it? That's the problem. You played Overlord, right? Cecil?
Vaguely played it.
For the Overlord, this evil Overlord gets revived, and you have all these goblins that do your bidding, and you're supposed to go through and take over and all that stuff, but you can play as completely evil as hell, or go into the path of good, or something in between. The problem is I get to the part where you get to make a decision that impacts whether or not you save the elven race or they go extinct. The problem is to be good, you have to save them. But they are the whiniest annoyingly whiny sons of bitches. And every time I go, nope, can't do it, and I kill them all. I sign their death warrant to become extinct. My wife's like, again? You promised this time. I'm like, but they whine so horribly. It was so annoying. It's like if you added the most annoying human being you could think of, threw in an emo, combined it, and you got all those whiny ass elves. Awful. I had to destroy them. I think we've gotten through the game like 10 times, and I still cannot save them. Wife goes, like, this time, you sure you're going to do it? Yes, I'm sure. No, I had to kill him. You son of a bitch, did you save? Yeah, I saved. They are not coming back. And she gets so mad because she wants to just once, before we die, complete that game in the side of good. But once I hit that point, she's going to have to just take the controller and do it when I'm not in the room because I will end them. If they were a little less annoying, they would have lived, but no.
All right, next question. Since we're actually still doing questions.
I forgot, that's right.
Look at the monkey. Next question was actually by you. Do you have a favorite cosplayer? If so, who? And what is your favorite cosplay that they do? Well, go ahead, D. You got a favorite?
I do. It's actually somebody we met at one of the Baltimore Comic-Cons.
Okay.
Haley Cosplay. She's really nice.
Oh, nice.
She's genuinely an actual gamer. She's actually wicked nice. She was dressed as the female Luigi when we were there.
I remember that. I think I got pictures of that.
She was wicked nice, and yeah, she's wicked pretty. She was wicked nice, and actually a real. I mean, she is a real gamer, not one of those fake. Look at me, she's really a gamer, and she's come a long way in her cosplay. She makes her own stuff, and she's doing wicked good. I mean, they're getting more and more, extravagant, more detailed and everything else. And she does, like, say, female, like, sexy, like, Pokemon. She did, like, Gyarados, like, the Pokemon Gyarados. Mm-hmm. So those are kind of my favorites. She does some really good Pokemon ones.
Well, I would have to go with somebody I actually stumbled onto, a long time ago. And I forget how I stumbled across her on Facebook. And not to say that guys don't do good cosplays. It's just that this woman does really incredible cosplays, and I gotta mention her. Her name is Nicole Marie Jean, and that's what she goes by on Facebook. And she has done all sorts of stuff. Now, I say this slightly cut because she's also changed over to doing a lot more modeling stuff, which is a lot more risque, lingerie, stuff like that. But things that she's done in the cosplay world, she's done Spider-Gwen. She's done, I keep thinking Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow.
Black Widow, yep.
She's done Poison Ivy. She's done a Lady Death.
Now, done right, those characters can look really good done right, or can look really like Walmart costume cheesy, depending.
Hang on. Well, let me do this. I'm going to send a quick, let's see if I can, into your chat here. Probably going to get my other screen too, but that's her as Lady Death.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, she does fantastic. I mean, we're talking about full body makeup type, plus costume pieces.
Yeah, so like that's a more skimpy outfit, of course, because Lady Death was like she wore
skimpily clad.
Yeah, she wore skimpy outfits, but like her. She does. Actually, let me see if I can bounce over here.
Spider-Gwen. That's a good one. That shouldn't be skimpy.
Yeah, Spider-Gwen was a great one. I'm actually scrolling through her page right now, but let me show you this one.
Yeah, I've seen her Spider-Gwen. I know who you're talking about. I didn't remember the name, but yeah. She does a great job.
Where is it?
Then, of course, there are big-name ones that still do a good job, but they also have the money to. You have stuff like... she was wicked nice. You have Ivy Doom Kitty, I like. She was wicked nice. Then you also have people like Yaya Han and Jessica Nigri. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name.
This woman also does a... she had the face paint of Beetlejuice on. And she really looked amazing. And I can't find a picture. Actually, hold on. It's right up here on top. Okay, hold on. There are going to be smaller pictures. Sorry for that. But she does a Beetlejuice. It's right across the top in her banner.
Yeah.
Same woman, but she's got Beetlejuice makeup on, and she's like, those are actually the worst pictures of it. She's got a video of them, of her actually talking as Beetlejuice, just with that makeup on, and it's really incredible. It's really, really well done.
She looks more like Beetlejuice than herself, and she is pretty, but she
looks like Beetlejuice, yeah. It's creepy.
Yeah, she did a very good job with it.
Yeah, so, this is definitely somebody to check out. I know that she's got a Patreon and all that other stuff, but she does...
Which most of them do, which is a good idea, because frankly...
Oh, yeah, it's hey, making these costumes cost money.
Make it a living, yeah.
Yeah, making these costumes cost money.
And depending on how much effort they put him in, I've seen like some of the how-tos that some of them have done. And getting the Warbler and, the plastics and everything else that they mold and do, not only is just expensive, it's time-consuming. And it's like, the ones that aren't just like, that just got, showed a lot of scan, got a bunch of money, and then just buy the parts. The ones that are actually doing it themselves.
Yeah, like cutting the foam, sculpting, all that stuff.
Takes an incredible amount of skill. And actually, a buddy of mine from back when I was down south, he's a big anime fan, and he does a lot with the Berserker, like Sword of the Berserk, and also Monster Hunter. And Lucas, he does really good with his cosplays. He's getting better and better. He's actually learning how to do them. He makes everything by hand.
Yeah.
And you can see he's progressing and getting better and better, and he's really gotten into it, and he does a good job, and some of his friends do really good jobs with them.
So here is a shot of her Spider-Gwen. Now, bear in mind, I believe she makes all of her costumes or gets them made, but they're all handmade.
Which is awesome. That's very well done.
Oh, God, she even did an Elsa. I missed that one. Not like I'm stalking this woman. I mean, I saw her do cosplay once. And actually, this woman is how I got cottoned onto another gentleman. God, I can't remember his name now. But he's on my Facebook page as well. He's a gentleman who does cosplay, but he does a lot of Flash cosplay. And I picked him up from her page. Oh, Colin K. Bass. Or Bass. Okay. Colin, one of the first two. Colin, it's Bass or Bass, however the hell you want to enunciate it. But he does...
I might have to check that out.
Yeah, hold on. So here's one of his shots... Hold on. I mean, it's got some digital electric effects with it, but this is one of his shots of him as the Reverse Flash.
Oh, wow.
And he also did a stint as Casey Jones.
Really?
In some short films, some fan-made films.
Oh, cool.
So there's that where and you'll see him in the upper right-hand corner, he's got the mask on, and the bottom left-hand corner, it's actually the rest of them with the actual turtles there.
Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so this guy actually is really cool. Like, he does a lot of stuff, and he does a lot of professional quality stuff. So I would say on the flip side, while Nicole Marie Jean, for the female cosplays does awesome, this guy, Colin K. Bass, or Bass, he's probably going to kill me if he ever actually listens to this episode. Not to say that he actually listens to the episodes, but if he does, he'll probably kill me. But check him out as well. He's like, his Flash stuff is amazing. I think he's doing a Power Rangers stint right now.
Cool.
Yeah, so the Turtles one, where he's Casey Jones, was called TMNT Fan Series Back in the Shell. And the trailer came out Monday, 11/19/18, and it's on Kickstarter right now.
Oh, cool.
So definitely check him out as well. It's good stuff. Definitely good stuff. All right, next question. What do we got here? If I can get my mouse over there. Next question. If you poop in the woods while a tree falls in the woods with your poop making a sound, but the tree does not, does a bear smell it?
Let's trash that one. Somebody was trying too hard.
We're going to say a solid maybe. Solid maybe. All right, next question. Totally going to do these next episode. Whoa.
Whoever asked that question needs to pose that to a theoretical physicist and let them answer it.
And I don't think we qualify, do we?
No. Can do math at best.
All right, so the next question is, totally going to do these next episode. No, that wasn't a question. That was me responding because I'm an idiot. Okay, next question. Should the G.N.A. crew and guests have a penalty shot for each forgotten question from the following episode? Or from the previous episode? Well, I will answer that specifically with what I responded in chat. Fuck.
Well, Cecil could take that. I wasn't here last episode, so I'm free and clear.
No, but you're here now. That's the important part. You are here now. Oy vey. Yeah, so we totally forgot questions last time around, so we figure we'll just sweep them up right now, get them all taken care of and done, and there we go. Now we got all the questions out of the way. What were we supposed to talk about tonight?
I never knew.
Oh.
When I missed the show because I was visiting the parents, I never caught the supposed meeting that was going to go on to talk about what we're going to do next either.
Oh.
So I just kind of showed up and was like, hey, guys, here.
Oh, crap. Well, what should we talk about next week?
Probably something very crazy just to throw everybody else off for a loop. Hey, we could talk about this. We could have fun with a conspiracy theory episode.
I like it. A conspiracy theory episode. I like that a lot.
Either made up or any really funny ones you've heard to pick apart. And you know what? There's been an uptick in the news, whether you watch Fox News, CNN, even some, like, BBC and other things. They're now starting to show, articles or news little feeds of UFOs. Have you noticed that?
I have. I actually have. I've seen a lot of those UFO sightings been up lately. So I guess we would just have to make sure...
One was put out by the military, so it's kind of interesting.
I think we would just have to make sure that the conspiracy theories, if they skirt on the political, we got to just make sure that we don't dive too deep, because we try not to get political whatsoever.
No, I'm trying to steer conspiracy theories towards X-Files style, not towards, not towards Nixon did it. Did what? Exactly. I'm trying to keep this towards conspiracy theories, more towards like X-Files stuff. We're talking about like cryptids. We're going to have fun with this one. Not. I don't want to get anywhere near. It's like a hot coal that has a hot cold dick that's going to whack you in the face. That's what politics are. It's going to just bite you in the ass. Hot cold dick slap you in the face.
I'm imagining a hot coal with a dick right now, and I'm very alarmed.
You should be. That'll never get out your brain. Like, my 3-year-old, we asked, what are you going to ask Santa to bring you? He said, a robot that scores. And I started laughing, because what it is there's this, like, little robot that could do a bunch of stuff that they're advertising for kids. And it showed him, like, hitting, like, a little ball into, like, a little goal. He could make, program it to hit the ball in the goal.
Oh, thank God.
Wife was, when we came into the game room, away from the kid, she was like, what were you thinking? Why were you chuckling? I was like, I literally thought, like, a little robot with one of those realistic-looking dildos.
Dude.
I was wondering what the hell you were watching.
My brain immediately went to Robot Chicken, where the robot is banging the washing machine.
Mine went to robot with a dildo that made it look like a real dick.
Oh, God.
We're both probably going... In fact, I think we're going to be segregated. They don't even want us in hell. They're going to put us to, like the laundry closet to the side.
Yeah, they're going to be like, you two, you stay here, you don't go beyond this rope. And then we're going to be like, but look, there's flaming pits over there. There's torture. That guy's being broken on the rack. No, you stay here.
Can I be broken on the rack?
Like, no, you stay here. You stay here. You're disturbing the other tormented souls. You need to stay here.
You know when, like, you go to like a ritzy club, you get all the people and the cute chicks that get let in, and the two nerdy guys come up and they just pull that, like, velvet rope and click? No, that's gonna be us. We're gonna be behind that velvet rope, stuck in the linen closet of hell.
Yeah, we're gonna be told you have to go to hell. We're gonna be like, fine, and then they're gonna be like, no, we're not letting you in, dudes. Like, well, what are we supposed to do?
So, but we heard there was cool, like, parties and chicks down here. They're like, you guys staying over there.
But look, there's Nixon and there's Hitler and why is Superman down here?
I think it was like, maybe that wasn't such a joke that South Park had him eating, like, stem cells. I'll leave it at that.
You don't remember that episode of Family Guy? Peter goes...
Well, there was a South Park episode where they had him eating fetuses.
Oh. No.
That's why I said stem cells. I was trying to be nice, but you drug the bad out of me.
I was thinking of the episode where, like, Peter or it was Stu or somebody goes down to hell and he's like, oh my God, it's Nixon, it's Hitler, it's Superman? What are you doing down here? And he goes, Hooker made a comment about me being faster than a speeding bullet. I ripped her in half like a phone book.
That was a good one.
Alrighty, so conspiracy theories. Oh God. Gotta stop drinking so much booze.
Conspiracy theories.
So next episode is conspiracy theories. If you're listening to me...
They can even involve squirrels.
Oh, I got a conspiracy theory involving squirrels. Those fuckers are chipped.
So does Rick and Morty.
Those fuckers are chipped, and they are, like, bred specifically to terrorize the bird baths.
No, I think they're the ones doing the chipping.
The Decepticons, man, they're everywhere.
Who do you think built them?
My wife laughed. I laughed. The toaster laughed. I shot the toaster. It was a good day.
I saw a parody of that, actually, even. A D&D one.
Oh, God.
Why did you guys bring all your weapons into the bar? Mimics. The barkeep laughed, we laughed, the table laughed, killed the table. Good times.
Love it.
It was good. I actually saw that, was chuckling.
All right, D, where can people find you at, man?
Well, when not behind velvet ropes being kept out of the fun, people can find me at Microbrew Gamers with a Z instead of an S.com for my website. Same thing, Microbrew Gamers with a Z instead of an S. YouTube. I've got a Twitter, a Twitch, an Instagram, Facebook, a Discord, and I'm also on the G.N.A. Discord, A.D.D Gamers Discord, and of course, I mentioned G.N.A., right? I've had
Sure. Yeah.
Sure, G.N.A.'s Discord. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to say you did.
Yeah, there's also Josh of All Trades, who has actually helped us out reaching our goal for the Extra Life.
Yeah, he did.
So he's got a Discord. He's cool. Also, a buddy of mine has something called Slow Speed Run. And I think that's all I want to say, because I'm burping some weird flavors. Where can people find you, Mr. I'm still mute?
My name is Cecil Xavier. You can find me at Cecil vs. Games on Twitter. You can find me at Cecil Xavier everywhere else. Facebook, Ustream, Twitch, Mixer, anywhere else you're trying to find somebody, you're probably going to find me there. PSN, I signed up for the Anthem beta or alpha or whatever as Cecil Xavier. So I'm pretty much Cecil Xavier everywhere. You can also find me tooling around the G.N.A. podcast Discord, Josh of All Trades, TPC's Discord, Yeah Dude Gamers, as well as Geek Squatch, Microbrews, Mulehorn Gaming's, all them, Matt Man's Discord. I'm tooling around all of them. You can find me there.
Is now a bad time to let you know that you're still muted?
Nah, I'm going to run with it.
I'm fucking with you.
I'll run with it.
Fucking with you.
Also, I forgot to say what my state of games were. So I'm going to quickly bounce that in there because we totally ADD'd right off of that.
Okay, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching the show. This is what I've played all week.
Wait a second. Did I just say thanks for watching a podcast?
Yeah, well, you watch the screen. You just watch the seconds countdown.
I do watch the screen, but I certainly don't watch the radio.
Well, I mean, look, when we tie people down and we hold the phone in front of their face and we pin their eyeballs open and make them look at the phone, all they can do is just count down the time while we're droning on in their ears. That's all that they get. Anywho,
sure that.
So what I've
been
playing this week was I've been playing a little bit of Graveyard Keeper, a whole lot of mobile phones, and we've been Shinzu and I have still been playing through Dead Space 3. I think we got to like chapter 23 or something on Dead Space 3. So we finally made it to the planet, and we're still dying horrifically at stupid places. I think we got caught on fire at least a half a dozen times and murdered there. So.
Oh, getting caught on fire kills you?
Yes.
We've lasted how many times getting caught on fire? I mean, in real life?
And, okay, so explain to me this. In the game, you're in a suit that allows you to survive in the void of space. However, you get down to a planet that's an Arctic planet, and all of a sudden your suit does not provide enough protection from the temperatures on a planet.
I actually can defend that with science.
Oh, hit me. Please, for the love of God, explain that to me.
Same reason that you can actually get a little bit closer to, like, say, a star than you think. And it has to do with the properties of heat. So heat radiates off. And why? Because it gets transferred between molecules. So, just like heat getting leached off or getting burnt by stuff, heat needs to transfer over a medium. Well, in the vacuum of space, there's not much of a medium, so it's slower.
All right, Mr. Science over there. Well, thank you, Mr. Wizard, because we literally were sitting there trying to figure that out. We're like, how the hell are we in a suit that's going to protect us from the subarctic friggin' freezing cold temperatures of space, but we get on a planet and all of a sudden, oh, hey, I'm getting cold. That explains it.
And you know why I know this?
Because you were jettisoned into space and then landed in the Antarctic and the suit didn't protect you?
No, I actually had a suit that protected me, but No, I've been following a lot of stuff that NASA's been doing, and to study the sun, they've sent a probe to be really close in the atmosphere of the sun, or in the, where all the, you figure what it looks like, the flares and the flame and everything else. So it's closer than they've ever gotten before, and they're like, well, it's extremely hot. You've got a heat shield. Well, how is this even possible? Should it just be disintegrated by the heat? And NASA goes, this is possible because heat's not transferring over this vacuum as much as you think, because there's not enough molecules to transfer the heat fast enough to just disintegrate it right away.
Interesting.
And I was like, oh, that's why, jumping out and getting released out into space. Yes, you will eventually get very, very cold, but you're not going to go and freeze as all your body heat just gets leached off. It's not going to happen that quick.
Well, that's interesting to know.
You will suffer.
That's interesting to know. Now we know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe!
So, which also speaks that maybe the people in Dead Space did a little bit of research.
Maybe they did. That's actually kind of scary.
And you're criticizing them, and they're like, "Which?"
Dude, I was, because I'm sitting there going, like, you're in the frigid cold of space. Like, it's a vacuum. There's it's cold. How the hell can a suit that's going to save you in the cold of space not save you on the cold of a planet?
You're going to get burnt to a crisp or frozen to a popsicle quicker on a planet with an atmosphere than in the vacuum of space.
Well, the more you know.
And knowing is at least half your doom.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes or your favorite podcast listening device. Remember, reviews on those places, they help other people find the show. So if you enjoy the show, help them find the show. We're also on other platforms like Android with Google Play Music, Podcast Addict, Stitcher, Player FM, Spreaker, MyTuner, Your Listen, and Spotify. So if you like listening to us, tell other people about it so they can find us as well. If we're not someplace, let us know. We'll upload there. You can follow us on Twitter with @G.N.A Podcast. Just search for @G.N.A Podcast, all one word, or join the Discord chat. Just see the pinned tweet. We're also on Facebook. Again, search @G.N.A Podcast, all one word, and you'll find us. We've started playing and hosting games on our Twitch feeds and Mixer feeds and whatnot. So www.twitch.tv/G.N.A Podcast and mixer.com/G.N.A Podcast, as well as our YouTube channel. Just search G.N.A Podcast on YouTube and you will find us. We have partnered with Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle is a game streaming or a game buying service that has a little bit of a twist to it. Instead of just buying out straight games from them and it going to the developer and then Humble Bundle is the middleman, you actually get to choose where it goes to, and one of those places is a charity. So you can actually give all of the money to charity or none of it. And if you put the $partner equals G.N.A Podcast at the end of whatever link you have, or after the question mark on any link that you have, it'll let them know that we sent you, and you actually have the option to send us money as well through there. Now, we actually request that you do not send us any money through there. We do not want any of your money. We want you to give all of your money to charity or the publishers. Throw a few bones to Humble Bundle, but we don't want your money. We just want to know that we sent you there. So it comes up on our metrics and it lets us know. So far this month, we have raised $30.04 for charity, which is pretty cool. Every little bit counts. So hey, if we actually, you know what? We're getting close to December. Why don't we see?
Do you think we could buy our way out of hell with this one?
No, definitely not.
Oh.
But let's see what we've made throughout the entire year. How much do you think we made in the whole year?
$174.30.
That was weirdly specific. No, we've made $237.50 for charity. And the charity we have is Extra Life.
Are you sure?
I'm looking at it right now.
Did you do the math again? I'm just kidding. I just threw a very specific number and then just tried to question you.
Oh, God. So anyways, we would also like to thank Geek Squatch. So we've got Caleb and Alex over at Geek Squatch. So go check them out. We also want to thank Brian and Kiv. They do a podcast, First and 10. They're cool guys. Go check them out. We want to thank Morgan BS Photography for our new logo and artwork. You can check him out at morganbs.com. And email us at GNApodcast at GNAandyourdNA.1 with questions, comments, death threats. We don't care. Do you like anime? Because we sure as hell do. We have an anime night every Sunday night starting at 9 o'clock at night. Cyberblood is starting at 7:30 at night, going till 9 o'clock at night. Cyberblood has been taking over for Blue. He's been hosting our anime night. He's been cranking it out, doing a great, great job. We have that over at Rabbit. That's rabb.it/G.N.A podcast. So go check him out there. We're also, every now and then, we'll pop on there and just stream some shows that we're watching, whatever it may be. Also, do you like scary movies or horror movies? Follow us every second Saturday of the month where we have our horror movie night. What did we do last month? We did a what was that, like Mall of Death or Death Mall or Death Race, or what was that?
We did the last one that I
Chopping Mall
was the Chopping Mall.
Chopping Mall. There was supposed to be Chopping Mall 2, but Cyberblood lied to us. We ended up watching some like 1960s flick about some voodoo raising people. Oh, children don't play with dead things. That was it.
Dead things, yeah.
No, that was wild.
It was so awful.
Yeah, that was wildly bad, but it was wild. Straight up wild. So is Chopping Mall.
For horror night, maybe we should add like a once in a blue moon type special where we can find the worst movie and put it up.
We could just do a special night for that and be like, all right, we're gonna.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We're gonna watch. We're gonna find the worst possible horrific movie that we could possibly find and just MST3K the hell out of it.
And you know what? I have got a great resource that knows all the worst movies.
Would you happen to be related to this man?
Yes.
Huzzah!
And actually, I found somebody else that also likes really awful, like B-rated horror movies and movies, like him. My boss does.
Dude, you got to get him on the show then, or we got to get him to help join us when we watch it.
He knows like Plan 9 from Outer Space. He even recommended a bad movie for me once.
Oh man, yeah, we got to totally hit that. Anyway, so last but not least, go check out our website at www.gnapodcast.com. We've got our show up there. We've got some photos. It's really missing a lot of love right now, but hopefully once things get a little bit more rolling for me, I can get that thing open and running. I think I've been promising that for over a year, but hey, at least it's there right now. Well, Dee, thank you for joining me tonight, and Shadow Fox, Daymok, and Shinzu, thank you so... Oh, wait, you're not here, you dicks. Well, fine. Screw you, Trigon hippies. Except for you, Zyber. I love you. Love you. Have a good night, man.
Oh, that's what I was thinking when we were on the cosplaying stuff. Does Ryan Reynolds get to count as a cosplayer yet? He's Deadpool on everything still.
Probably.
Because he would certainly be one of my favorites, that's for sure, because he's funnier than hell.
Have a good night, man.
Have a good night, man.